time to do some reflection in my 2025 goal journal. Happy Vlogmas and welcome to my planner desk. This journal will actually also go into 2026, by the way, but I thought it was time to go through and reflect on the goals we had, the ones that went well, the ones that maybe needed some tweaking, or the ones that just didn't actually need to be goals in the first place. That happens too. So this is my table of contents since I set this up last year, and I will add to it as we go into goal setting for this year. And then these were my original goals from 2025. And I can safely say, I'm going to put a green dot by the ones that I feel like really happened. So this one, yep. I feel like that was the most successful one. I will say I learned a lot about this one and this one. So wellness and personal. This did not happen. This definitely didn't happen. This completely is going away. And then this, while we're working toward it, is still very much work in progress, which, by the way, all of these are. But now we'll go a little bit more in depth as we turn through the page. The next page is my word of the year, which was rejoice. I love this page. Every time I opened my goals journal and I looked at this, it just reminded me, hey, no matter what's happening, no matter what setbacks happen, you can always experience joy. You can find a place to have joy and rejoice. So loved that. It was perfect for this year. All right, so got through all of the goals pretty much for this one. This goal will end up eating into 2026 because I got accepted in June. So it's like June to June where this works. So this one will move forward, but this was becoming a FAME endorsed teacher trainer, and I'm currently in the apprenticeship part of my teacher training. So that's how that goal is going to kind of evolve. Pink Zebra had big plans, and then I realized I didn't really want to do it. And I think that's really important at the end of the year to reflect on those goals that didn't happen and why. And what it came down to was this goal was way more important to me. And that's where I took a step back, because I've been doing Pink Zebra for a while now, and I went, we either need to decide that we are fully committed to Pink Zebra or we're not doing it anymore. And I decided I'm not doing it anymore. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely not. So that part is done. That will not be there for next year. Professional goal 2 is on hold. I still want to do it. It may find its way into next year, but I may not formally put it in this goal journal. And that's to create a music program for senior centers. Now that my parents are in assisted living and I see how much music is important to that group of people and the different people who come in, I was like, you know, what I do in FAME would translate very well to engaging in senior living places. But there is some money that has to go into that. So there's like a financial aspect of this as well. You know what? The dogs are with me. That I didn't think about. So I got to keep that, like I said, might change how I look at this for next year, but we'll see. So that one's on hold. It's paused. Okay. Health and wellness. I mean, can I just say I rocked meal prepping and planning. I much better than I have any other year. But come November, things just didn't, I had some issues with tonal, not like the system itself, but like my muscles. I kept having soreness or injuries or things like that. And so it was a me thing, not a them thing. I'm back at it, which is great, but it's just one of those, and then I did that 40-day sugar fast, which went really well, but like did not see any progress on the scale. And so really the goal for health next year, it's still to lose weight. And I've got some, I love them. I still have some, sorry, one moment. Okay, I've readjusted. Hopefully, I mean, they're still going to play, but I've readjusted. I've started Real Appeal, which is a program to kind of help be a accountability for me, much like Weight Watchers was the first time I lost weight and got healthier. And I'm really hoping, so far I feel really good about it. I feel really good in my body so far. And that's my bigger goal now. My bigger goal is energy levels and feeling good with myself. Weight loss would be great too. You'll see that. I will have a number, but that's my thing. Wellness. I think wellness and health, these two are going to merge. And I really liked setting up the quarterly goals. So I think that's what it's going to look like when it comes to tracking this for next year. But being kind to myself and a good steward of my mind, body, heart, and spirit. That part is really important to me. YouTube. That's funny. That was a pie in the sky goal. I did not actually think I would meet it, and I didn't. In fact, I have lost subs, and that's okay. It's one of those, it actually, I hit 500, I hit above 500, and now I'm back below 500 subs. It's okay. My planner channel is a hobby that I enjoy, and I reminded myself that this would just be awesome if this happened, but it's okay if it never does. But what losing some subs for me this year also allowed me to do was to go and curate my subscriptions on YouTube and say, okay, who am I really watching? And how can I readjust what's being fed to me algorithm wise? So I went and I've been doing that, and that's been fabulous. It was one of those, it's like, it's not personal. It's not personal at all. And that was important. Bring back the hobbies. I do think I did some of this very well, like reading more. I didn't always read daily, but I read a whole lot more this year, and I'm enjoying it so much more. Playing games. I did a lot of word searches. One of my friends just put me onto a game. I try to not play games on my phone, but this one is a New York Times game on an app called Connections, and now I'm addicted. And it only takes like 5 minutes, maybe, unless you're really thinking hard. I want to get back to practicing my cello. I practiced more this year than I have in a long time, but it's still, for me, not enough. And then knitting. I finished a knitting project this year. So again, some good things there. And then last, I added a teacher YouTube channel, and I'm still working on the vibes of this. Like, I haven't quite figured out all of the things and how I want to do it. But again, this is like an infant stage. And I remind myself, you know, when you did your planner channel starting, it was an infant stage too. You're not going to take off running. Okay. So that is my reflections in my 2025 goals. I will say I started using my scribble book to start planning out my 2026 goals. This is my scribble book where I can just be messy and write, and it doesn't have to be pretty. Not that this is always going to be pretty either. But one thing that I liked in the reflection section, and I'm looking because, like I said, there's some personal things. In fact, hang on. Let's just turn this camera around here. Now you get to see me with my sweaty selfie because I just finished a tonal workout too. But with my scribble book, I was sitting downstairs today and I finished up, I'll try and link these in the description. Let me adjust you slightly. I'll try and link these in the description, but you can easily search them. Mel Robbin's 6 questions she asks herself at the end of the year as her goal setting, and JashiCorrin's goal. Hi, baby girl. Goal setting workshop I was working through. And that's why this Archer Olive is like already getting a workout. So the first 3 questions that Mel Robbin does has to do with highlights of the previous year, hardest aspects, and then the things you learned about yourself. And I think going through this with you guys, you really saw that. But I thought one of the things she says is go through your photos in your camera roll on your phone while you're filling out your highlights and things, and also going through any planners you have, which as planner people, that would be very easy to do. So I wrote out some things. I'm going to mention a few highlights. I went on a road trip, very small, like met up with my friend, and we went and looked at the Garfield Trail here in Indiana. One of them, apparently there's two, so I guess next summer we got to do the second one. I went for the first time. I've been invited for a couple years, but over Memorial Day weekend, there was a member of our famed community does a big country dance at his house. It's so cool. And this is the first time I was brave enough to go, and I did it, and it was good. It was all good things. Becoming a teacher trainer apprentice this year, making more time to socialize with my friends, starting the Happiness Project, doing watercolors, 9-year anniversary. So many different things that were highlights. And then struggles. Some of you know that I am a parent caretaker, and we're having more highs and lows. The lows are coming a little bit quicker. Not bad. Everybody's fine. But like falls and things like that, and new doctors and Medicaid waivers and all of those things that you never knew you needed to know, and suddenly you have to become an expert on, or at least that's what it feels like. Those kind of things weigh on you. Those were the big ones. Anxiety issues. My anxiety has like skyrocketed this year, and I know it's because I'm putting more pressure on myself. But it showed up in July, and it showed up this past November, and in different physical ways where my body basically said, we are stopping. And so that's one of the things that also goes into what I learned about myself. Like, I need to set better boundaries so that I can be a caretaker, and I can, be a better wife and teacher, and just all of the things that I want to be able to do. Making those social connections and thinking of healthy in a different way in case the scale never moves. If the scale never moves, can I still be healthy? And I think the answer is yes. Will it take a lot more work? Mm-hmm. Will my mindset have to change? Absolutely. And that's really hard. So those were the 3 questions that she asked. And then it goes into, and we'll get into this when I start actually decorating in the goals, but I figure let's just chat about this. Question 4, 5, and 6 are, what do you want to stop in the new year? This is still Mel Robbins. Start in the new year and continue. And, the things that I wanted to stop was talking bad about myself. Like, aren't we all really good at seeing the negative in ourselves that almost nobody else sees? I say almost because, we all have people, personalities don't always get along, right? So I'm sure those people see all of the negative things. Trying to be everything for everyone, and I can't do that. Trying to be perfect, which I know I can't be, and complaining about health things that I have no control over. Like, stop complaining, just keep putting the right step forward. That's all you can do. Continuing going out with friends. I started really working on creating the boundaries in the last few, I would say November, really December, end of November and beginning of December, started really focusing on creating boundaries. Reading. I have been enjoying reading so much. I'm still a mood reader. I can tell when it dips and I can't get as many books done, but my mood reading is getting less and less. So there's that. Crafting. Starting the watercolors has been, and I don't do it a lot, but when I do it, it's like my brain just focuses on one thing. There's not too many tabs open. The teacher trainer stuff with Fame, I've been enjoying. It's been a little, again, this is I think I need to be a certain kind of perfect. There's that imposter syndrome, but I feel really good about it. And then making healthier meals, especially since I started Real Appeal, I've been really focused on meal planning for myself in a different way. And again, it goes back to focusing on veggies and fruits. I parted my hair differently, so that's why I keep pushing that. I'm sorry. You guys get all of me today, all of the hot mess. And then with JashiCorrin's, she does like a 5-minute timer, and you can do it with her video. And so I have a goal brainstorm, which we'll talk about when we actually write down things. But it was also helpful because as things repeated, I just highlighted, that's the part of the video I was at now. I still have a little bit left. I highlighted and marked which things went together or were repeated. And there were definitely 4 themes. One was health and energy. I put those together. I kept saying like, my energy levels, I want better energy. I need to guard my energy. I'm just so hypothyroid girl. I always blame it on the thyroid. Is it just that? I don't know. We're gonna find out this year. At least that's the goal. Things about myself. So like, I would say that goes with like mental health and spiritual health. Social connection was another theme that came up, and lifelong learning. So there you have it. There's our reflection and kind of a preview of what we're going to look at going into 2026. So I hope you like this video. I hope you go on your own goal searching journey. Give me a comment below if there's like somebody else that you like to do goal planning with. Like I said, Mel Robbins is one of my favorites. This year, this last really quarter, I found JashiCorrin, which I know she's big in the bullet journaling group anyway. So like the fact that it's taken me this long to find her just shows you how the algorithm works, right? There will be a card for the playlist for Vlogmas in case you've missed any of these videos and you want to take a look at what else I got. And I'll catch you all in the next one.